Hey, what's up? Serpentine here, taking a look at Bethesda's first ever E3 conference, where I'll be giving my thoughts and opinions on what was shown. Starting off with Doom, we were taken to a Mars mining facility to fight off the demon hordes and dive into the depths of hell. Obviously, it wouldn't be a Doom game without the excessive gore and fast gameplay. The gore coming in the form of a variety of melee executions and the iconic chainsaw with the fast gameplay enforced by a ton of crap coming at you all at once, so if you don't move, you're basically dead. Honestly though, Doom seems to be riding a sort of nostalgia hype train. The gameplay is still the somewhat simple run and gun style of the originals with seemingly no underlying mechanics. Other games with similar run and gun mechanics have some other features to accompany it, like Borderlands with its RPG and weapon loot elements, or the more heavily story-based Wolfenstein: The New Order. I think in this day and age, a game can no longer really just be a run through levels and shoot stuff kind of style with nothing else there to support it. Obviously we don't know if there is an underlying element, but from what was shown it seems like there may not be. I will say that the boss at the end of the trailer looked pretty badass, and if there are lots of bosses in the sort of Dark Souls kind of style, it could actually be a really good challenging game. Something to take note from the Doom segment though is the modding feature for the game called Doom Snap Map that can be used by PC and console users alike, with the mods made also being cross-platform, which is a first in console gaming. I feel that Doom will act as a modding platform much like Unreal Tournament is pushing towards, rather than something like Wolfenstein: The New Order. Also during this spot, Bethesda revealed their new platform called Bethesda.net, basically Battle.net, where future Bethesda games will be launched on and include social features as well as a hub for Bethesda game mods. Unfortunately, the next game, Battlecry, looks as if it was put on the back end of advertisement for the conference with a very short spot, showing the different classes you can play. The best way you can probably describe Battlecry is a melee-based Team Fortress 2, and again, unfortunately for Battlecry being in this genre and style, they will be going head-to-head with Blizzard's Overwatch, but the melee-focused combat may be enough of a difference for Battlecry to stand out. Other than that, Battlecry's beta will be expanding overseas from its original Australian and New Zealand testing areas later on this year. Dishonored will be coming back and it's looking quite impressive, but one thing to remember with this reveal is that it was all pre-rendered, and I hope that the strange hallway changing works and looks as cool as it did in the trailer. Playing as both a male and female character will be possible in Dishonored, but more interestingly, each character will have a unique set of abilities, with Corvo Atano most likely taking on the ability set from the first game, while Emily Caldwin will take on a more shadowy or smoky feel to her abilities. She also looks like she might be a little bit more reliant on gadget use and setting up traps. Elder Scrolls Online is still plugging along after its one-time payment method transfer to Tamriel Unlimited. Not much to say here except there will be two large expansions incoming with the Fallen City of Tamriel and the City of Orcs. Alongside the Elder Scrolls news, Bethesda also announced a new online trading card game called Elder Scrolls Legends. This game definitely feels like a response to Blizzard's massive success with Hearthstone. Hearthstone, however, already had quite a large pool of lore and characters to pull from with the World of Warcraft. And yes, Elder Scrolls has an MMO and multiple RPGs in the franchise, but most people would be hard pressed to name even a couple of the characters from the numerous games. Without that kind of connection, the game will have to rely heavily on its game mechanics rather than its IP. Finally, we come to the big reveal of Fallout 4, and for the first time in the franchise's history, you'll be able to play before the nuclear fallout in the sort of futuristic 80s setting. During this time, you'll be making character customization options, which is honestly a small thing but really awesome at the same time. The actual fallout will happen 200 years after the nukes fall in Boston, and you'll be the sole survivor of Vault 111. You won't be alone in the world though, as you'll be able to get a dog companion pretty early on, and that can be given orders pretty intuitively. Some of the new features in the game are a new layered armor system allowing you to have multiple pieces of armor on top of each other, a super advanced weapon customization system that can change the look of the weapons drastically, and will be craftable from those random items found in the world like toy cars and glass jars, finally giving them a use. Power armor, or the mech suit, whichever you want to call it, will be a large part of the game and will basically turn you into a Gatling gun toting tank, but will most likely run on a rare resource to balance it. Lastly, and probably the biggest addition to the game, is the new building feature that will allow you to build your own settlements in certain areas of the map. You'll be able to set up vendors, housing, defenses, farms, and reintroduce electricity to the population of your settlement. If you feel like pre-ordering the game, you'll also get a real-life Pip-Boy that will work with your smartphone. The app will work without the Pip-Boy accessory, but hey, if you're into that kind of stuff, why not? Also, from the Fallout franchise, there is a mobile game called Fallout Shelter that released after the conference. Basically, it's a management game that kind of looks like This War of Mine, and is promising no bullshit mobile game tactics like things taking years to build or buying ridiculous upgrades. That was it for the Bethesda E3 2015 conference, their first conference, and they honestly really nailed it, especially when compared to some of the disaster E3 conferences we've seen in the past. Anyway, the other conference roundups will be coming soon. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.